Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mattel Creations exclusive Despara. You can just get it on Mattel Creations. Yeah, I don't remember if it was something that you had to be a member of Club Grayskull for or not. I honestly I didn't look it up again. I don't even know if this is sold out. I'm gonna guess it's not. They've been doing pretty good about making sure that they have enough stock for extra so that everybody that wants it can get it, and there is extra later for customs and all of that good stuff. So I dig the heck out of this character. I mean, it's Adora, the alter ego to She-Ra, but it's Adora as the force captain of Hordak, right? So we're gonna take a look real quick at card art. Okay, and we got some things going on in this thing. There's a couple of characters in here that were recently in that 4-pack. They don't have the good guy, which is the Royal Guard, whatever, in the white armor, but because these are all Skeletors looking dudes. And then there's that Horde guy in the back. I didn't pick up the 4-pack. I'm not gonna lie, I had almost zero interest in it. They all looked really cool. I'm not gonna say that was it wasn't it just, I had no real interest in it. So I didn't get it. But I really like the artwork that's going on here. I mean, I think if I see a deal for it, at less than what it was originally at, I might pick it up. But they're not characters that I know and that I need, so I just didn't go for it. Cool background characters, awesome, but nothing that nothing that I need. So without further ado, I'm gonna open this. All right, I'll see you in a moment.
Hyperdellic.
All right, and we've got her out of the package, and I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy with what I've got here. I think Mattel did a really good job on this. There is one thing I have an issue with, and I'm pretty sure it's a very common thing that everybody's having an issue with. But other than that one thing, I am really impressed with this figure. As an Origins figure, I'm impressed with it. As a Mattel figure, I'm impressed with it. It's really good, well done. They stayed as loyal to the source subject as they could in order to get the best product that they could. I mean, seriously, they hit the right notes. And if you look at the 2012 comic series that DC did, you'll see that they stayed as close to that as possible. And I mean, Classics did as well. When Classics did their Despara, this is the second Despara we've gotten. And I hope that we get one in Masterverse. I hope that Kevin Smith works things out, and him and Mattel can figure out how to do She-Ra on the Netflix screen, on the small screen, I guess, on the digital screen. I don't know, what do we call this anymore? The streaming screen. There we go. But I don't care. I was disappointed with Revelations, to say the least. But Revolution kinda saved it for me, right? So Revolution saved it for me, and and I'm hoping that whatever the next one is, Retribution or something like that. Hey, go ahead, Kevin, you can use that one. Retribution, Masters of the Universe, Retribution. Dun, 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 dun. I like it. I think it's gonna rock. And I can't wait for the new motion picture that's coming out. I believe it's coming out on Amazon. I think that's who is putting this together. We'll see. We'll see how they feel. Maybe it'll be good enough to release at the theaters. I hope it's good enough. Period. I mean, honestly, I have love in my heart for the original, movie, but I don't know. I don't think there's a very high bar you have to hit to do better than that one. But anyways, we're here today to talk about Despara. In the comics, I loved what they did with her as far as they made, because if you think about it, the child raised by Hordak to be his force captain would be ruthless and awful and have killed people. Okay? And looks like that, right? Not sweet, beautiful little Adora from the original cartoon. Granted, you had to market this to little girls. You didn't want to make her horribly evil. but it wasn't realistic. I mean, granted, what about MOTU is realistic? but I'm just saying, if it was real, Anyways, let's get her spinning. She comes with a couple of accessories. She comes with the comic book down here underneath her. I'm not going to show you all the pages in the comic book. I feel like that's a spoiler. Get it for yourself. Read it for yourself, or find it online and support one of the many places that do online comics. Granted, they're doing it illegally, but hey, Anyways, no, it's not fine. It's not fine. I don't advocate piracy at all. Anyways. She also comes with 2 swords, which are quite obviously Triclops' swords, which also became Fisto's sword, which also I don't know if anybody else after Fisto had, but definitely Triclops and Fisto. They both had that. He had the big purple one, but they weren't. The original ones weren't painted, or at least I don't think so. I want to say they were solid colors. I have Triclops, but I don't have him in eye shot right now. My vintage Triclops. But I think that they are humongous in her hands, like everybody else has said. But they did a nice job on the reuse and throwing the little touch of red on there. The paint on mine are really, really nice. They look pretty darn good. So I'm happy with these. But I get it. I get how some people are not satisfied. What I would say to everybody is keep in mind this is Origins, so this is more bulky and exaggerated in a lot of different ways. It's less realistic, closer to cartoony, right? So you got to keep your expectations in, keep them realistic. Some of the other parts to her we'll go over when we zoom in, but she's wearing that mask, and we will take the mask off just so you can see her, because you need to. Oh, and now she's not going to stand up for me. Okay. Because I think that they I'll show you the mask real quick while she's coming back around. I think they did a really good job of the mask. I think a lot of people are complaining about it. Oh, jeez. Come on, girl. So, again, with the female ankles, she doesn't want to stand, right? And there's a point where my table dips. Not this time, Gravity. Not this time. But we're definitely going to do a close-up on that face. I feel as though this is a humongous step up from the classics Despara and the comic version of Despara from the original comics, by DC. I think this is a tremendous step up. I know that there's a lot of people that just are hating on that head, and I'm like, dude, what do you want? She's supposed to be a badass mercenary killer, assassin, Hordak's right arm. You gotta remember, man. I honestly like that haircut. My wife has sported that haircut several times in our marriage, and I think it's hot. I'm just gonna say, run your fingers through it. It's fun. So I think that the face printing has come a long way. In the early days of the face printing, it was almost comical, but this is really good. It's tight. It's clean. The whole body is painted very well. I'm going to say this much from what I've already taken a look at. The QC on this thing is fantastic. It is very well done. I am extremely impressed with it. I think that they did a great job. We're going to zoom in on it now, and we're going to check out some of the finer points, and we're going to go over it. All right.
Hyperdellic.
All right, and we're back to take a closer look at Force Captain Adora. Now, we're going to go around this head, because this has been the big point of contention with everybody's reviews and everybody online. So first off, I love that it's 2 pieces. I kind of wish that this had been another separate piece as well, instead of paint. But hey, choices were made. I'm sure that would have pushed the price point up, and we don't want that right now. Tariffs and all, It's a crazy world we're living in. Choices have to be made. But look at this face. Okay, I'm gonna get as close up as I possibly can. so that you can see like all the details in this face, even the details in the hair sculpt. Complain all you will, but they did a very nice detailed job on the hair sculpt. When you move on down these shoulder pads, pop her head off, and that comes off. Okay. You can also pull her part at the waist, pull that off, and we strip her down to her bare essentials. Let's see. And I mean, that's not a bad look. If you're looking to use her for customs, as my guy, Mr. Home Arcade has said, she got the cartoon collection booty, not the Origins diaper booty that Tila had. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the diaper butt they gave Tila originally, but the no pun intended. But the cartoon collection version is tremendously better, tremendously better, and that's the waist that they gave her. The rest of this is a new sculpt, because this is all sculpted, and then sculpted and then painted. These markings are just painted; they're not sculpted. So she's got a very so she's got a sculpted wrist bracer, but other than that, it's all very smooth and basic on the arms. Same thing with the legs. There's no. I mean, this is kind of standard MOTU articulation for Origins. She's got a boot cut as well as the knee swivel, and then she's got the ankle rocker that usually works fairly okay. Some of the female figures just don't want to stand for you very well, so it can be a little frustrating. But yeah, we've taken a look at her really quick. I mean, this is all basic MOTU articulation. The arms come out. Let's see. Sure, make a Lyra, Miyadora. Right, the arms come out. I've heard that there is something a little different with all of the newer legs and stuff, and that they're like, see, there's a small divot right there, and that's supposed to allow the leg to come apart easier. I'm not going to do it. I'm pretty sure that the boots will pop off if I throw enough force onto it. I don't feel like I'm manhandling this thing too hard today. I just opened it. But I'm gonna end up putting the head back on with the cape. But real quick, we'll look at the cape. It's two pieces. There's this black piece with a painted red relief or whatever that you would call that right there. And then if you come around back, there's sword holders, and they hold the swords that she comes with very snugly. And you can see it's shaped just like these swords. There's enough room to put them over each other. Okay. Like that. That's really cool. I like it. It's not realistic, of course. People have complained. They're like, well, swords are supposed to be covered. Well, yeah, I get it. It's a toy. Aliens aren't real, as far as we know yet either. I mean, they're probably real. There's probably aliens out there, but they're probably smart enough to stay away from us. They're like, not those hillbillies. Meanwhile, we're down here, woo, pew pew. We're crazy. We are drinking moonshine, messing things all up. But what I'm gonna say here is, they did a really nice, clean job with her. The QC is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the quality on this. It's very clean. It is the contrasting bits are really nice. I know that it's not. I can't give them too much credit for their design, but because it was originally created by DC Comics, back in 2012. But their implementation of the design is superior. Mattel is such a good toy maker. They employ the best. They really do. I can't even stress it enough. I'm not just because of Masters of the Universe, but I honestly think that Mattel is one of the best toy makers out there. I cannot wait until Mattel gets the DC properties rolling again. we'll do a quick close up on these swords too. On one side there is a like you can kind of see this line a little bit in the right light. It's one side has it, one side does not. I want to say this one. Yeah, this one has it too. I've seen it worse on other people. Oh, there's the second one too. There's 1 and 2. You can't. They're not so easy to see on mine. I've seen a couple of other reviews. See, the other side is like nice and smooth. The paint job is really nice on these too. It's done pretty well. There is a little bit of overspray as far as the silver goes, but you can forgive a little bit like that. That's a tricky area. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I do want to point out is that Mattel is doing better with making these hands, grip the weapons, but it takes longer to get the weapon in their hand, right? I mean, there's always going to be a but. Come on. What kind of a toy collector would I be if I was happy with everything? Not a realistic one. I don't know which way her... Oh, it is supposed to be. I think the dark part is supposed to be on the inside. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Overall, I think she's a phenomenal figure. Like, they did a really nice job. Like, the texture on the cape. When I've seen it in other people's videos, and it may be, doing the same thing for you in this video, it looked almost kind of cheapish. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. That looks funky. But in hand, it looks a lot... It looks a lot better in hand than it does on video, I will say. So, pick that up and enjoy that like that. You'll dig that. All right, that's enough of that. All right, let's do a couple of photos with her. All right, we're gonna do that. All right. Time for final thoughts. So, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I think she's a 10. In my opinion, she's a 10. Let me get her spinning, and I'm going to talk about why. First off, from head to toe, okay, her head is a major upgrade from the original Classics version of Adora, Force Captain, Despara, whatever. It's a major upgrade. The face is gorgeous. It looks like they may have used like a cartoon collection version, like sculpt of the face, and like added that haircut, somehow in a 3D modeling software. I assume they are doing this in 3D modeling software. You never know. There could be some old school guys still doing this in clay. I have no idea. I'm gonna assume it's 3D modeling because everything is way too perfect. But that doesn't take away from how amazing that is. Doing that, pull out some 3D software and try it yourself. It ain't that easy. But overall, she is amazing. The usage of the parts that they've used are fantastic. The new stuff that they created is all just fantastic. That mask, the sheaths on the cape and everything. The skirt around the the waistband skirt thing. It's all really, really well done, really well put together. I think that overall this thing is just one of those like perfect Mattel Creations offerings. I honestly, I really do. Like, it's been a while since we've gotten a Mattel Creations that's like just perfect. It's awesome. It's well done. Now, I've heard a lot of griping out there about her, and I can't understand it. I get it when it comes to the swords, but the rest of her, nah. Come on now, she's great. But hey, listen, I'm not telling you don't have your opinion. It's just my opinion is she's fantastic. This is another very well done female figure done by the MOTU Mattel team. Thank you guys for doing this. This is a great job. I hope you guys are very proud of yourselves. I'm proud of you. I don't even know you, but I'm proud of you. All right, this has been Hyperdellic, and I'm telling you, like, if you can still pick her up, pick her up. Get her, get her on the aftermarket if you have to. I've got 2 of them. I'll sell it for the right price. But you're more than welcome to contact me and offer it to me. But I'm going to hang on to her for a while, especially the boxed version that I still have. I am extremely happy with this. I think you guys should get you one. Having said all of that, I love you all. Thank you for watching the video. Do all the YouTube-y stuff, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Show me some love. Show a little appreciation. And that one where you can throw some money at me, that would be appreciated as well. It always is. I haven't gotten any money with this channel yet, and I've been putting out some pretty high-quality video, people. Okay, I'm just saying. I've done good stuff. Hook me up. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Hooah!